Hello creators, it's Melissa from Melissa's Creations, and thank you for joining me for the third tag in my 3-tag series this year. I hope you enjoyed the first 2 tags, and if you have not had the chance to go and watch those 2 videos, make sure you click on this little I button up here if you see it on your screen so that you can check out the first and second videos. And if you don't see that little icon up in the upper right hand corner, you can wait until the end of the video and I will also put links to those 2 other projects. Also, make sure that you're subscribed so that you're notified when I upload new content. All right, let's get into the third and final tag in this series. Now, we are using Season Like Christmas, and it is adorable on these tags. So I have 2 different styles here. The first is using Whisper White with a crumb cake accent, and the second is the crumb cake with the smoky slate accent. Now, if you've watched the first 2 tags, you'll notice I have a color theme happening here, and that is intentional because that is what I will be wrapping my packages in this year. So I have kind of a gray, a craft or a crumb cake color, and then white for all of my packages. So on the back of this guy, I have the little punch here, and I have my to and from sentiment. So we are going to make this version today. Let's go ahead and get started. As with the other tags, I am using the same dimensions. So my crumb cake accent piece is 2 inches by 4.5. And my Whisper White piece is 2 inches by 4 inches. So we are going to start with our stamping. Now, the Season Like Christmas stamp set is just amazing. And it is a 2-step stamp. 2-step Stampin' stamp is, I think, how you're supposed to say it. So that means we're going to stamp this image in one color. We're going to come back over and stamp this image in a slightly darker color. And then the third stamp, I'm going to use a even darker color to get a really nice dimension on our tree. So I am using this solid tree stamp with a light color, and that would be Sahara Sand. So I'm going to get this guy out of the way real quick. Scooch this over, and I'm going to ink up my solid tree, or the first tree, with that Sahara Sand, and I'm going to stamp it kind of right in the middle because we're going to be cutting both ends of our cardstock with our punches, so it's kind of in the middle there. There we go. And then while I have this color ink out, I actually need a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock because I'm going to punch out one of our pretty labels. So I'm going to take my punch, and with some scrap Whisper White, I'm going to punch one of those labels out. And I have the to and from stamp from this collection, so I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm actually going to stamp this one horizontal. The other one was vertical, but I think I might have more room to write names if I stamp it that direction. Okay, so we are done with Sahara Sand for the moment. I'm going to move on to crumb cake, and I have that second stamp in that 3-step. Well, it's a 2-step stamp, but in this case, it's a 3-step. So this is the second stamp. I'm going to ink that up in crumb cake. And this is just going to give us some really nice texture and dimension. So I'm just going to line that up. And I'm having a harder time than I normally do because I'm trying not to get my head in the camera so that you guys can see what I'm doing. But I think I lined it up fairly well. It might be slightly off, but it still looks so cute. All right, done with crumb cake, and now we're going to bring in some soft suede, and I have the shadow that goes underneath the tree. I also have the little balls or the lights. They could be pine cones. You can use your imagination. They could really be anything. They're so cute though. They add just such a fun little touch. So I'm going to stamp that down right on top. And there's our 3-step stamp out of a 2-step. And then I'm going to put the shadow underneath, and I just think this shadow is so pretty. It just adds a really nice touch, I think. All right, so I'm done with that ink now as well. I'm going to bring in my punches. So on the top of this, I'm going to use the Scalloped Tag Topper punch and punch that. Okay, and then if you saw the other two videos, you'll know that I love this trick. Now this is another way to use this pretty label punch. Instead of using it the traditional way, I'm actually going to put it in kind of reverse, and I'm lining up the edges of my tag with the little points on this last scallop out here. So we're gonna line that up best as you can and then give that a punch. And if you have little sharp edges, don't worry about those. You can just trim them right off, just like that, just a teeny tiny bit. Just kind of angle it like it's just part of the scallop. And now I am ready to emboss this crumb cake cardstock. So we are going to bring in our Big Shot, and I have my regular Big Shot platform. This comes with the Big Shot. Unless you have the older version, then you might need to upgrade. This is also available in the catalog. I am not using the adapter that comes with it. This is just the platform. Putting down a cutting plate. I have my embossing folder. I believe this one is called Trellis, but I will definitely put the name of it on the screen for you. And then put my cardstock in there and another cutting plate on top. And then we're just going to run that through. And we have our beautiful embossed accent piece. All right, to finish this tag off, I'm going to do that same trick with the bottom of this piece. So I'm going to put it in to my pretty label and line that up, kind of make sure it's as even as I can get it, and then punch. And then I'm going to do the opposite end with the Scalloped Tag Topper punch. There we go. I'm going to bring back in my Sahara sand so that I can use a sponge dauber to sponge the edges of this Whisper White piece. And I think it just gives it a little more dimension and character. I just really like the way that the edge looks when I sponge it. So I'm going to do that on this Whisper White piece. And I'm also going to do that on my decorative piece. And to give this piece even more dimension, I'm going to lightly run my dauber across the top of that paper so that it just colors the raised image part. And I think that it just makes it look so much nicer. It makes it pop. I'll show you the difference between this version and the other version in just a moment here. But I just love the way that that looks. It kind of gives it an antique-y feel. I'm gonna, while I'm here, just go ahead and give this a little bit more spongy. Okay, we're ready to assemble our tag. So I am just going to, I'm not going to adhere anything. I'm simply going to tie it all together. So I'm going to take some of our linen thread as well as our Whisper White Baker's Twine. And then I'm going to put them together and then just cut a length of that. I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to take that loop and I'm going to put it right through the front, feed it to the back, and then I'm going to pull the tails through that loop to make a slip knot to secure my two tags together. And then I'm going to use some fast fuse to adhere my label on the back of the tags like this, and there it is. There is our super cute tag. Now on the other tags that I actually did tie a bow up here And I think it looks super cute, but you can do however you'd like. But yeah, I do like the bow. I think the bow is just kind of a nice touch. So there is our beautiful last third tag in my 3 tag series for Christmas. Now here's the difference between the 2 tags. So this one I sponged and this one I did not. So you can kind of see the difference, and it just really, I think, makes it pop a little more. And then here is the smoky slate version with the crumb cake. So I think I don't know, I'm pretty sure that this is my favorite, but you guys let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment, let me know which one is your favorite. Is it the smoky slate background with the crumb cake top, or this piece here that doesn't have the sponging on the accent, or is it all decked out, antique-y looking, sponging galore? So 1, 2, or 3. Let me know which one you like best. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified of future videos, and leave me a comment letting me know which one of these tags is your favorite. You can get all of the supplies and materials on my website, melissascreations.com, and you can also follow me on Facebook over at facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much for visiting me on this 3rd video of my 3 tag series. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful crafting time. Hello creators, I hope you enjoyed my 3 tag series this year. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload new content. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and crafty family. And if you would like to make one of the projects that I feature in my videos, go ahead and share with me via Instagram or Facebook. You can get me on Instagram at Kre8tions. You can also follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/mcreations. I always love to see what you guys are posting and making using some of the tutorials that I have posted. And I'm also always looking for your ideas on what you'd like to see next. So if you share with me, I may just end up sharing your creation on one of my videos. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I will see you all on the next video. Bye.